Someone did an excellent depiction of Kamala. I wanted to show this to you guys. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this.
Madam Vice President, what do you plan on doing specifically on day one in the White House?
Well, what I'll say is this, and I'll be very clear. I want to be very clear. Specifically is that we are going to focus on day one, which is not day 2 or 3 or day 0, which is before we even come into office, is that we will focus on what needs to be done, what has been done, and what hasn't been done to continue to do what we've been doing. And that time is every day. And I will focus on millions of Americans that have been fueled by hope and optimism. And I will combine those two ideas to create what I call hoptimism, where we're jumping into the future like a little bunny rabbit. And we will hop into a new way forward, because rabbits jump forward. And when they hop, there's only one way. We don't go hopping into the past. I don't know what kind of animal could do that. I think it's important to focus on that, because in The Tortoise and the Hare, that story where there is a rabbit and there is a tortoise, we cannot move slowly. We cannot afford to do that. There's too many people in pain, and that's what we're going to do on day one.
Okay, but you didn't answer my question. What do you plan on doing specifically on day one?
Well, specifically, if I'm getting into the actual details of policy, I will say that you better thank a union member for paid sick leave. You better thank a union member for family leave.
What's happening? Oh, God, she's glitching out.
I know some of you probably think, Van, you play too much. Why are you playing that? Why are you giggling? What's so hilarious about this? What's so hilarious about this is it almost sounded like he was reading one of Kamala's speeches verbatim, because that's how she speaks. She just makes up sugar honey iced tea as she goes along. And then when she starts to glitch, you step into a different sound, and either it's a Jamaican voice, or it's her black country voice, or she was just talking about Yaman and the Baba. She was just talking in her Jamaican voice the other day. Shout out to her family. Maybe she is black. Don't know. Not certain. Don't know. But this is what she does. So I had to play this for you guys, because I think it's a damn joke. We have been teaching people how to grow online. It's been absolutely amazing. We have 3 people who have been able to reach monetization in less than 30 days. Growing YouTube channels, some from 0 people. We have one guy who had 2 subscribers before he started working with me. He started helping him. His views went up 4.8 million%. We're super excited. If anybody ever want to grow on YouTube, you reach out to me with the word coach. Just to be honest with you. And if you are a Democrat and you support this woman and you're voting for her, you know what? Godspeed. Just tell me why. Tell me what it is about her that make you back her versus Trump. Right now, our economy is going in the wrong direction. The border crisis, we already know that is horrendous. And when 60 Minutes approached her about this 3 different times, she had no answers. She has no answers for why it happened. She keep on trying to blame Trump, and she has no answers for how to fix it, other than to do what Trump already was working on, which is build the wall and tighten things back up. That's all they're going to do. Let's put this bike back together. We already unloosened all the screws and took everything apart. Now all they're going to try to do is put everything back together the same way Trump had it, and just act like they came up with it. We already know that's not the case, because they like bringing in new customers from other countries. Even if we got to fly them in, bus them in, ship them in, we are bringing in the new customers, the new citizens, the new voters, because Americans have become, y'all believe in yourselves too much at this point. I think you're starting to understand the Constitution. You're understanding your rights a little too much. So now it's time to take those rights back by censoring you, shutting down your freedom of speech, by taking away your guns, everything that you believe in, family, the family unit, the husband and the wife raising children, a son and a daughter with a dog, that dream is almost hateful now to even speak about in public. You can't even speak about that American dream anymore in public without it coming off as hate speech. And now it's also considered misinformation. They're really trying to make this thing, they're trying to make this a thing where it's misinformation to share the truth. It's misinformation to debunk them. It's misinformation for Peter Ducey to ask Karine Jean-Pierre about how FEMA is allocating their funds. And it's already been proven how they are spreading their funds around and giving taxpayer money that is supposed to be for hurricane victims to illegal immigrants. And now they claim they ain't got the money to do so. But then when Biden starts to speak, Biden says we're doing everything. They're getting way more than 750. Everything you're hearing out there is lies. No, it's not. Mayorkas told us exactly what it was. Is he lying? Like, maybe they should check their people before they go out there and tell the truth. They've already said what's going on. But the bottom line is, it seems like they're trying to turn us into one of these communist countries, one of these socialist countries. It seems like they're trying to tie us in to only repeating the propaganda that they will want us to repeat. And if we say anything that goes against the machine, then we are considered dangerous. We are considered misinformed, and we should be shut down on every single platform. So that's what they're working with right now. They're engaging Department of Justice to get out there and make these things happen. The more they say it, trust me on this one right here, the more they say misinformation and all this other stuff, the more it becomes a violation of community guidelines on all of these platforms. Because the only thing they got to say is that it's hateful and it's hate speech and it's misinformation. And as soon as we say the thing that's the truth that they don't want us to say because it makes them look bad, then we get attacked. We get shut down. We get canceled. That's where we are right now. Democrats, I just want to know, what is it about Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party that you're voting for that can make our country better than it already is? What? What can she do that she and Biden has not already done in the last 3.5 years that she's trying to separate herself from? But when asked by The View and Stephen Colbert, who tried to give her a chance to see what would she do differently than what Biden has done in his administration, she said nothing comes to mind. That means I would do everything exactly the way that he did it. And the way he did it, crime was through the roof. Illegal immigration was through the roof. Our economy went to sugar honey iced tea. Come on, man. It's just so much BS that happened during their administration. And we're talking about, we want to vote for this for another 4 years. And we want to put somebody at the top who don't have any executive experience with regard to running anything dealing with policy. She don't even have policies of her own. She can't make these things happen. Like, I think she's going to be leaning on Nancy Pelosi to get it done, or Hillary to use her sway to get it done. But Biden couldn't even get it done. He's a lifelong politician. He has way more connections and way more friendships and relationships than she does. And these are people who will just do it just to be a part of the gang. And he couldn't even get the things done. So we believe that Kamala's going, come on, man. This is not something that we need to be playing with right now. We need to take this seriously. This is the only reason why I'm leaning on the side I'm leaning right now. The only reason why. I need y'all to just keep it a buck with me, man. For real.